Hello and welcome, or welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I cannot believe that we are already halfway through 2026. I feel like so much happened in the first half of the year and also nothing happened at all, and it's just been like such a whirlwind. Today is Tuesday, June 30th, and tomorrow is July 1st, and I said I really need to sit down and just reset for the second half of the year. So I figured that I would take you along with me. It's like 9 a.m. right now. I woke up around 7. I had my breakfast and I've just been laying in bed and watching I Will Find You on Netflix. I just got hooked on that show, so I'm hoping to finish that soon. And now I'm about to go to the gym, but before I do that, I figured I would just take you through my to-do list for the day and we're gonna work on completing it together. I need to wash and change my sheets. My sister's dog is sleeping behind me right now, so I'm going to do that when I get back from the gym. I also need to do a load of laundry. I need to wash my hair and makeup brushes, which I try to do at least once a month, but I think it's been closer to 2 months this time around. And then once all that is done, I'm going to take a nice everything shower, potentially film some TikTok videos that I need to get done, and just plan out some content in general. And then I also want to sit down and do a little mid-year check-in on my goals for the year because I honestly don't even remember what they are. And that is honestly not like me. So we need to recalibrate a little bit, just see where I'm at, see if those goals are still ones that I want to achieve, and go from there. All right, I will see you after the gym. All right, hello. It is nearly 1 o'clock right now, and you guys saw me go to the gym. I came back and sat outside by the pool for a little bit. I took a dip in the pool while my sheets were being washed, and then I came back, took a nice shower. I put my laundry in the wash, so that's drying now, and I made some lunch. And I was planning on going on a long walk today, but it's like 90 something degrees and we're having like a big heat wave this entire week. It's supposed to get into the hundreds this week. And I remembered that I have a walking pad in the basement, which I never brought to my apartment because I just didn't have the space for it. And I was living in a walkable city anyway, so I didn't really need to use it. So I'm gonna try to dig that out, make sure it still works. And I think that while I watch the World Cup match at 1, I'm going to walk on the walking pad. And then during halftime, I'm going to wash my hairbrushes and my makeup brushes. So that's the plan. I have 4 minutes, so I'm gonna go find that walking pad. right, the game is finished and I didn't end up being able to walk on the walking pad. It was just too heavy for me and I didn't want to carry it up from the basement by myself. But instead, I ended up giving myself a pedicure and I folded my laundry while watching the game. And as I promised, I washed my makeup brushes and hair brushes during halftime. So I feel super productive. I feel very good about everything that I've gotten done today. I do just need to put my sheet back onto my bed. But other than that, I pretty much got everything done. So I feel really accomplished. And then while I was at the gym, I actually wrote down what I want my July goals to be. I haven't really been setting monthly goals this year, which isn't like me at all. I love a good monthly and quarterly goal to help me set myself up for my yearly goals, but I actually have not reviewed my yearly goals yet. I'm going to do that after because July is kind of an odd month. It's a pretty busy month for me. I have a lot going on in the middle of the month, and then at the end of the month, my sister and I are going on a trip to Italy, and we're doing a lot of hiking there. So my goals are kind of centered around one, feeling my best, and also like looking my best for that trip to Italy, because it's kind of a once in a lifetime trip, and I just want to make sure that I go into it feeling good and confident, because the past couple of weeks I haven't been sleeping well. I am watching the World Cup, which is like, this is my Super Bowl, so it's the one sporting event that I really take seriously and pay attention to, but I've been staying up a lot later than usual and just not sleeping very well. I haven't been eating the healthiest, and I just am not feeling my best. So these goals are kind of centered around getting myself ready for that trip. All right, so here are my July goals. First is I want to do yoga at least 3 times per week. Right now I've only been doing it maybe once or twice at most. I've just kind of fallen out of my routine with it, so I want to get it back into there. And then along with that, I want to get 10K steps per day minimum, mostly because I need to prep myself for these longer hikes that we're doing. So I'm going to try to make sure I go outside and go on longer walks every single day. Especially now that I'm not living in a walkable city anymore, it hasn't been as easy for me to get my steps in as it once was, and I can feel that, and I can't let my stamina go away. Third is I want to cut out sugar at least until the trip, so July 1st to July 22nd, just so I can go in feeling a little less inflamed. And also, I'm only allowing myself to have 1 coffee per day because I've been going to like 2 to 3, and that is also, I think, contributing to one, my poor sleep, but also the like just puffiness and general inflammation that I'm feeling. So I think cutting those 2 out and making sure that I'm prioritizing whole foods, healthier foods for the next 3 weeks will make me feel better. And then 2 non-fitness related goals. The first one is to write 500 words per week for my novel, which I really, really want to finish. I am still only in the first act. I've been writing this book for so long, it's not even funny. 500 words per week is not a lot, but I need to set the bar really low for myself so that I don't get overwhelmed and procrastinate on it. And then last but not least, I want to finish the 3 current reads that I have, ideally also before Italy, and then to Italy, I'll bring either just 1 book or my Kindle with me. We'll see what I have left to read. But my 3 current reads, the first one is Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. It's actually not it's a thick book, but it's not like a dense or difficult read at all. I just have not been like in the mental headspace for it, and I really want to get back into it. I'm like 70 pages into it now out of maybe 330-ish, not even 400. I also started Wayward, which I'm only like 20 pages into, but I do want to finish this as well. And then I'm listening to the audiobook of Yesteryear, which I'm maybe like 40% of the way into now. I've been listening to it today a lot while doing my chores, so hopefully gonna finish that sometime this week. That's my plan. All right, now I'm gonna go spend a couple of minutes just reviewing my yearly goals and seeing how I'm doing with those, and potentially kind of updating them, switching them up a little bit if like they no longer apply, or figuring out smaller steps to break them into so that I still can accomplish them before the end of the year. But I'm not gonna tell you guys what those are because I just feel like some things you need to keep a little bit personal and not share until after you complete it. And then after that, I'm probably just going to prep for dinner, and maybe if it cools down, I will still go on a walk of some kind today. Maybe just a short, quick one around the block. But that is the latest update. All right, I did my goal setting for the second half of the year. I made my dinner, which I forgot to film, and then I watched the next soccer match, which was France versus Sweden. Great game, France won. And now I have 2 hours before the next game, and I am going to watch some of I Will Find You on Netflix, which is my current watch. I'm on the 4th episode, so resting before the next game. But I am going to end the vlog here, so thanks for spending the day with me as I reset for the second half of the year. See you in the next one. Bye.